So Tony was your typical kid growing up in South Euclid, playing sports, loved to play games. But as he got older, I think he saw his parents were both trustees in the South Euclid Boys and Girls Baseball League. One of his uncles was on the committee for the South Euclid Memorial Day Parade. Myself, I was heavily involved with my parish, doing their bingo as well as their festivals. So I think he kind of saw that and saw the impact that we had on people, and I think that's how it all got going.
Tony is the president of Browns Backers chapter, which is part of Browns Backers Worldwide. Our location is in South Euclid, and we are housed at the Black Forest restaurant in South Euclid. Our mission is really, first off, is to get together and watch Browns games and have a common goal of cheering on the Browns and rooting them on in their season. But the other part of the group, as Tony has created, is the fundraising efforts that we've also established within the Browns Backers. Fundraising, raise and donate money to people in need, individuals and or charities in the local community.
He gets an idea in his head, he has a vision, he wants to see it through. So he's motivated by success. So he's very good at organizing, so he found out the people he needed to contact to get Rock the Block going, and then he just wanted to see it grow.
People are coming out, some that haven't been here in a year or two, telling me and our volunteers how much this means to them.
It shows us that they care, that they're enthusiastic about supporting musicians and local businesses. They encourage them to participate in Rock the Block. Rock the Block is getting bigger and better every year. The bands are getting bigger and better every year. They are diverse. It's becoming a main festival in Northeast Ohio in the summertime. And I have to say that working with several communities, Rock the Block probably is my favorite, not only because I'm a citizen in South Euclid, but the enthusiasm is unmatched. The diversity of the bands, it just all shows.
Tony's legacy will just be one that he's a person that actually cares. And the way that's going to resonate is, when he's gone, and Tony, I hope you're around for a long, long time, but people will talk about it. People will talk about Rock the Block and how much fun it was. And the businesses will say, come up to him and thank him for, putting this on together, where they got to meet some new customers possibly. And same thing with the Barkers. People always come up to Tony. I'm around there all the time as well, and they come up to him and say, hey, thanks for putting this together and getting this organized, and we're so glad that you did this. So it'll just be the remembrance of the people that I think will be Tony's legacy.
Congratulations, Tony, on being a hometown hero.
Tony, congratulations on this award that you're getting. You truly are a hometown hero.
Tony, today we celebrate you, we thank you, and continue to rock the block.
I remember them making a lot of times phone calls to remind people when they had to, jobs within the church to volunteer and that kind of thing.
I honestly think that their volunteer work, their service, was kind of infused in everything that they did.
An opportunity to see Dennis up close and personal. You got a chance to see how dedicated he was, and that when he wants to get something done, he digs in. I appreciate that in Dennis. I think it beginning about 2011 was a very tumultuous time in South Euclid and around the country. So he was able to manage our budget. He was able to ask critical questions of the administration. He was able to make sure that we were fiscally responsible.
I got involved in One South Euclid, invited by Ed Gallagher and Michael Loves. Once Carol joined the board of directors, got to know her better. Key in my view was her financial literacy and her ability to communicate. Getting the grant program up and running from Build, Grow, Thrive to Revitalization Committee, and getting it up and running successfully.
My dad coached the girls softball team, one of the city girls softball teams. And I definitely remember his experiences as a treasurer of the cultural gardens and being committed to, I think, revitalizing the garden, taking care of it and investing in it. And he was also a member of the Sacred Heart of Jesus Council.
Dennis took on the responsibility and the task for council of helping us to transition from in-house garbage pickup to a system where it was automated and we could do recycling.
We worked together on the strategic plan committee, I believe, for 2 versions of that important guiding document. And Carol's corporate organizational management experience and talent in communications really were vital.
Womankind feels like a mission that she's really passionate about. I mean, I would say broadly, very much interested in giving back to the community, but Womankind, taking care of women and providing healthcare to women seems like something she's passionate about.
So as we've grown up, it's something that I feel like we've established in our own lives and with our own families to just do even the small daily things, like little, volunteering or helping out. I mean, they've both been in South Euclid for so long and they've loved being in there. So I think they just want it to continue to be a great place to live.
But congratulations, Carol and Dennis, on this deserved honor. Integral to the success of One South Euclid has been your participation in so many ways that I can't even take time to mention.
Dennis and Carol, I couldn't think of 2 better people to get this year's Hometown Hero Award.
I'm really proud of them. They've done so much, again, like without needing any recognition, and will continue to do it whether they get recognition or not. And it's just a testament to who they are, for sure.
We have a lot of volunteers that live here in South Euclid. We have a lot of people that we service here in South Euclid. And I think most people just feel very attached to coming here, connected to the mission. The Kosher Food Pantry was established by Rabbi Zalman and Shula Kazin over 40 years ago. They were Russian immigrants that came here to Cleveland. And when they came here, they did see a need for different immigrants that would come and maybe they didn't have other family members here, or they were low income, they didn't have money or jobs. And they had a little synagogue on Lee Road, and they would lovingly pack bags of fresh produce or maybe fresh baked goods and give them to their congregants. And this is how they endeared them to create a community.
Mrs. Kazin got a little bit older. She brought in her daughter, Devorah Alevsky, and her daughter became the director of the Kosher Food Pantry. And we became a partner with the Greater Cleveland Food Bank, who helped us in many different ways, giving us food and making the program much broader, and we were able to serve a much larger part of the community.
Well, I first started out as a packer, where I would come once a day on Sundays, pack bags, then we would put them on the truck and take them to deliver to various locations. When we knock on the door and when we deliver, it's not that they are a number and we knock and say it's outside. We make sure that they open the door and there is a heartfelt greeting. how are you today? How is everything going? And we get to know each person individually, and it's important because they all ask us. It's not a package. We're delivering a greeting, and it's a family.
We have the most amazing, dedicated volunteers. People vie for spots. We never have enough space to get the volunteers to come in. Why do the carts go into the truck? Because when we get to the buildings, we have to go up several floors. So we take the carts into the elevators and up to each floor. And I think that does make us unique because we are one of the only food pantries that does go door to door. We are kosher. We serve only kosher food. It's very important for people who do eat only kosher to receive only kosher food. However, we don't just service kosher clients and we don't just service Jewish clients. We service everybody, but we're sharing with them kosher food.
I was involved in the beginnings of it with Mrs. Kazin, and I helped her with a lot of the government forms. So I knew of it. And when I came here, I got reconnected because my husband and I left where we were before. We came here with no jobs, no anything, and we're living on our Social Security. It hit us that we don't really have food. We don't have what we had before. It's not really a handout the way I feel. It's really a helping hand. It's a different thing. I'm so grateful for having it come to my home every week. And it's just been unbelievable to be on the other end.
Just like any food pantry, we do need to raise a lot of money and we need to be able to procure the things that will help all of our clients so that we can continue to make a nutritious bag and be able to serve them.
If we have more, we can do more.
So tikkun olam is a Hebrew term. Tikkun, the word tikkun, it means to fix or to repair. And the word olam means the world. And so we all know that just day to day, there are a lot of things in life that we definitely need to contribute to repair. But more than that, it's when we put in our efforts and we actually make something better.